Hello everyone, welcome to the Web3 Education Investment. Today in this video, let's talk about the governance on the Dotsama ecosystem, especially those referendum that's still going on. I noticed a lot of people, they actually don't understand those governance and the importance of the governance. And so that's why I would like to explain that a little bit, go over some examples, and show you how you can vote and participate in the governance. And so in order to participate in the governance, you can directly do that on the JS wallet. So if you go to the JS wallet, there's a governance, right? And then you can click democracy, and then there would be the governance like 218, 219, and then you can click the vote. And so of course you can do that, but that's also something like I notice some people, they get confused because they don't know what kind of a referenda it is, because under the JS you cannot see that. Actually, it's just going to show you those parameters, but it didn't show the detail of that referenda. And so some of you just randomly vote, but it's not a good idea. So I'm going to show you one by one. So I would recommend to use Polkadot Assembly to check that. So if you go to Polkadot Assembly, there is a referenda, and then here you can check the 218. This is one like we are going to vote. This is the one. And this one is about the HRMP channel opening, the Shiden, and the state mine. And so this one is going to open the channel between the state mine and the Shiden. So that's for the Shiden is a Kusama, the canary network for the A-star. And so this is used for used in HRMP calls for channel opening. And here are some here is some detail. You can check. And also including the XCM, like that's a message format, right? So very powerful message format in the Polkadot. And so they're going to use that, and this is you can also decode on the state mine, so you can check that. And this is from the state mine to Kusama, and also they have Kusama to state mine. And so for this one, like you could imagine this would be very important for the Shiden ecosystem, right? For the A-star. And so if you want to support that, you can directly vote it here. So for example, I can just show you that you can vote it on the Polkadot Assembly here. You just need to put the knock balance, like whatever number of KSM you want to knock. For example, if you put this, and then you need to choose the voting balance and also the conviction. So basically, the longer you want to knock your token, if you the voting power, the higher it would be. So for example, if you want to have 4 voting power, like 4 times voting power, so that means if you put 50, then 4 times 50, that would be 200 voting power, and it's going to knock 8 period. So you can actually check the JS wallet to see the time, the real time here. And so for example here, 4 times, right? It's going to knock 64 days. So that's how you want to knock that. Sometimes I just use both of them, like use the Polkadot Assembly to understand the detail, and then use the JS wallet to vote as well. So for example, like here, I can just go ahead with the JS wallet. Let's say this one, I want to vote yes. And so we'll support. Oh, by the way, I forgot which one I click. Actually, it doesn't matter. So for example, I will vote on this one. So this is 218, right? So I vote I. So I support that. So this is the first one for the Shiden. The second one is for the parallel heckle. And so Parallel Heckle, they just have the they actually just win the second Cardano, and now this one would be very important because it's very similar to the Shiden swap. Um, they want to swap the NIS to the new ID because they just win the new Cardano, right? So in order to switch the current one, the old one to the new one, we have to go over this governance vote. And they said is before the LP22 ends, so in 7 days. So we have to make sure it actually passed the governance. And on the right side is going to show you like how many of them vote yes, how many of them vote no, and the fairness threshold will be 50%. So if half of them vote no, then you will then this motion will not be passed. So now for this one, like it's very important for the parent Heckle, and if you are in the parent Heckle ecosystem, right, you want to support this one because you want them to get the new like parachair, right, the new parachair on the Kusama. Because they just win that, so now they need to switch to the new one. And so I would highly recommend let's vote yes for the parent Heckle as well. So just like the Shiden. So that's the second one. And so I can do it here, but as another demo, I will also show you what happened here. So I will just do the same thing. Let's say if I put 65 and if I put 3 or 4 times, but here it didn't show the number of days. If you want to know the number of days, you have to check it here, right? It's 64 days. And so I'm going to vote yes. And so here, be careful, because if you put 64 days, that means you are going to knock your KSM for 64 days. So you cannot use them. And so as a demo, I'm going to show you. Oh, I think, okay. Anyway, just as a demo, I think I probably knocked too much. But yeah, but it's okay. It's okay, just for educational purpose. So you don't need to knock this many actually. Just knock the amount of KSM you want, right? You want to keep it there. You don't want to yeah, okay, it's successful. So just do the one like you don't want to use, right? And I believe you can change that as well. I think later on, if you change the idea before the end, you can change that. So this is all under the Kusama, right? If you check the parachains, they also have the vote. For example, the Fana. So Fana, they want to accept the HRMP channel to or from Fana and register PHA. So I think this would be the one like very important for the Fana ecosystem between the Moonbeam and the Fana. So this is not just Fana, actually, it's between Moonbeam and the Fana. So this would be beneficial for both Moonbeam and the Fana ecosystem. Now they are going to have the token, right? You can now send it to the Moonbeam as XC Fana, and those are all the details for the symbol XC Fana, right? And you can see that the asset ID and the XC20 address, you can see everything with the proposal and the technical details, how they want to do that for Moonbeam and the Fana. And so this one, like, I would also want to support them. And so this one to vote, you because this is for their own parachain, so you have to go to the JS and switch to Moonbeam or Fana, for example, or you can just vote it here. Let me see if I get enough Glimmer. I only have 0.2 Glimmer, so don't know whether that will be counted. So change it to Moonbeam. Okay, so now you need to go to your MetaMask and switch that to Moonbeam, because that's one they want to have, right? So you will switch here and then you will click yes. And then you need to pay some fees here, so that's why I didn't use all of them. So I will just confirm, just as a demo, for the educational purpose, just show you how you can vote. So here you also vote, but this time you vote with Gleamer, and the Gleamer is on the MetaMask, so it's different than the Kusama like a Pioneer Heckle. So there are some different. That's why the Polkadot Assembly website would be quite useful, and it would provide more information for you. All right. So overall, in this video, I just go over different ongoing referenda, explain them, and show you how to vote. And I hope all of you can participate. Just join together to decide the future of the different parachain and the future of the Dotsama. So I would highly encourage all of you, if you want, you should definitely participate and vote. All right, so that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I would like to see you next time. Leave a comment or subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos.